longest-serving Chief Minister of Delhi has passed away at the age of 81, and the current Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, has tweeted condolence after hearing this news. And we've put up that tweet for you on the screen. Right, he said just now got to know about the extremely terrible news about the passing away of Mrs. Sheila Dikshit. It's a huge loss for Delhi, and her contribution will always be remembered. My heartfelt condolences to her family members, and may her soul rest in peace. Now, remember that she was, of course, the longest, not only the longest serving Chief Minister of Delhi, but she also changed the face of Delhi, especially in 2010 when the Commonwealth Games happened in Delhi, and she served Delhi for 15 long years, and then went on to become the Delhi Congress chief even as the ongoing crisis in the Congress party, within the Congress party across the country. She was, of course, trying to mitigate the situation. All right, Congress leader Rajiv Gowda now joins us on the phone line right now. Mr. Gowda, thanks very much for joining us at this point. Terrible loss for the Congress at this point, especially when there's an ongoing crisis within the party.
It's a terrible loss to the entire nation. Sheila Dikshit was a redoubtable fighter. She is the person who reshaped New Delhi. The way we see it today is a result of her extraordinary actions. And she was a fighter till the very end. I campaigned for her during the last Lok Sabha election, and there was so much affection. It didn't really translate into victory. But I wouldn't worry about Delhi politics. I would basically, mourn the loss of someone who really did so much for Delhi and for India.
Right, and she was, of course, also not only a very the longest-serving Chief Minister of Delhi, but also changed the face of the capital, the way it looked. She also was the serving Chief Minister when the huge Commonwealth Games also happened in India, in Delhi, in fact, and hosted it very successfully, a very successful Commonwealth Games that we had in 2010. So a very seasoned politician indeed. But what exactly is the Congress party saying at this point?
We are, actually in a tremendous state of shock because, she's been at the forefront, even in our efforts to revive the party, even for the Delhi elections that are forthcoming in a couple of years. And so this is something that we are very, very upset about. But our hearts go out to Sandeep and Latika and the entire family, and we will have to cope with the loss of one of our strongest, most accomplished leaders.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Gowda, for joining us on the phone line at this point. The Congress party's official Twitter handle has also tweeted. They've said that we regret to hear the passing of Srimati Sheila Dikshit, lifelong Congresswoman and three-time Chief Minister of Delhi, as she transformed the face of Delhi. Our condolences to her family and friends. Hope they find strength in this time of grief. My colleague Sanket Upadhyay also now joins us on the phone line. Sanket, thanks very much for joining us at this point. But again, as I've been saying, besides it being a terrible loss for the Congress party, it's also a loss for the nation, a very seasoned politician that we have lost today.
Well, among the most successful chief ministers for the Congress party, she was in charge of Delhi for 3 long terms, for 15 years, and to her credit is the modern infrastructure that you see in the national capital region. Most of the flyover projects were initiated under her regime. She did, or her government did, some award-winning work as far as tackling water situation in the state is concerned. Of course, the tenure coming in, as in a little bit of a criticism towards the end, especially on the power matters. But that's politics for you. She would largely, to her credit, will be to change the shape and face of the national capital as we know it. That's really to her credit. But apart from that, a politician, a woman broke many barriers, so to say, shot to success within the Congress rank and file also, not just as Chief Minister, but as a master strategist. She was made in charge of various projects. Originally, she hails from Uttar Pradesh. She was made in charge in the national capital. Of course, towards the end, especially post-2013, her political career did not really take off. But apart from that, she was always celebrated as a tall leader within the Congress party. There is, when you think of Delhi Congress, you will not be able to think of any other name other than Sheila Dikshit. She was extremely close to the Gandhi family as well. She was close to Rahul as well as Sonia Gandhi. You would often spot her at events, Delhi-based events, where she would be with the family. So obviously, this is going to be a big loss for the Congress party.
Right, Sanket, stay with us. We're also joined in on the phone line by Mr. Manishankar Iyer. Thanks very much for joining us on the phone line, Mr. Iyer. But again, like I said, a huge loss not only for the Congress party but also for the nation. She changed the face, and in fact for Delhi, because she changed the face of Delhi. She was the longest serving Chief Minister of the national capital.
Yes, indeed. In addition to its being a political loss and a national loss, it's also for me a very personal loss, because I've known her since I was a university student. And in fact, it was her husband, they were not then married, who was the first president of the St. Stephen's College Union just after I joined Delhi University. So she's really been part of my life for the last 60, 70 years. And therefore her passing away is like having a part of me pulled away. I'm astonished that to receive this news today, because I was with her less than a week ago, and she didn't seem to me at all to be in such bad health as to be the edge of being taken away from all of us. At the political level, I first knew her as the daughter-in-law of Uma Shankar Dikshit. Hello? Hello?
Right. Go on, sir. So we were expecting more anecdotes that you would give of your interactions with her.
Well, I can't remember any particular anecdote, but when she was just serving the party as the daughter-in-law of perhaps its tallest leader, Uma Shankar Dikshit, and this was after the passing away of her husband, she was a very, very hospitable person and would look after one really in a very motherly way, and was an excellent cook and knew a great deal about good food. She was also had a very aesthetic eye. In her own home, there were beautiful things displayed, and she had a high appreciation of things artistic. She demonstrated her organizational capacities when, for instance, she was put in charge, I think, by Rajiv Gandhi of celebrating the centenary of Jawaharlal Nehru. She also was a very exceptional Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs. She had an easy interaction with people. She didn't seem to be a standoff in any way. And I think a lot of her colleagues in the party are going to be greatly saddened at the news of this sudden demise, because although one knew that she was not in the best of health, it just did not seem possible that she would so suddenly leave us to her to her son Sandy. My sincerest condolences.
Very much for sharing your personal interaction with her while you spoke to her while she was the Chief Minister. Thanks very much.